and it has not really been easy. As you can see, this is my clothes I went out with, and I'm still with it as well. So I'm so sorry. You're highly welcome. With sharing, you did this. So if you can hear me, please let me know. God. If you're hearing me, please signify so that I can know. All right. I'm Fatso from Malawi. Emperor TV Africa, my guy. I hear you. Welcome. These are people that has been waiting. Joseph Paul, hi, I'm waiting for the meeting. And Benita, hi, from Nigeria. Omotola Akabo, Benin City, Nigeria, you're welcome. Bata George, I'm waiting for you. Here, sir. Michael Obina. Michael said, you all are welcome. Augusta, you all are welcome. Seriously, it's late for me. I'm just trying everything I can to set up this stuff. I just came in now. I was thinking I'm going to make it earlier. I think it's a bit better like this, right? Okay. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Who else? Hi, from Ghana. Salome from Ghana. You're welcome. Emperor, you said you're looking gorgeous. This one is not gorgeous. Let me know if my sound is okay. Let me know if the sound is okay. Please, can you hear me? Can any of you hear me? I don't know if you're hearing me. Let me know. All right, good to see you too. Today is not that too much. We had a -8 to -4, so it's not all that much, but you can still feel it. Oh, Emperor said he's hearing me loud and clear. That's very good. While we're here, let's just keep focused, right? We're here for a live chat, and in this live chat, I'm here to respond to it live and direct. So it is it will be very, very. You have really changed. Okay, clearly. Okay, the sound is okay. Yes, hearing you. Yeah, okay. That means everyone is hearing me. A lot of people have already commented that they are hearing me. So if you're not hearing me, maybe probably it could be from your own side. Mbata George said he can hear me clearly. All right. Joan Thomas, good to see you and hear from you, dear Chidozie. Okay, Chigozie, my name is actually Chidozie. Okay, but it's still the same thing. Glad for safe trip. Thank you so much. Yes, I can hear you. Darlington, you're welcome. So I'm actually waiting for us to, please, if you're on this live, please make sure you click the like button, subscribe if you've not subscribed, share also if you want to share. Yes, share if you want to share. It's very compulsory that you share as well. So in order to promote our ministry, like I always say, I don't charge anything for now, just like every other person. on my group is aware of. Whatever I do here, I do it for free. My own take is that everybody, succeed and survives. And if most of us out there are facing a lot of challenges, some are trying to see a way of, leaving their current situation and seeing how to look for a better life out there, then I think the little I can do is to give the little information I have out free of charge so that people can as well grow. Yeah, I'm actually waiting for your questions. I've not seen any question to respond to. Okay, Joan Thomas, I can hear you from here. Just be a bit more audible. Okay, so I actually said that I am waiting for your questions. If you have any question, please, this is the right time to ask your questions and I'll be willing to respond to it. Okay, let me go back to previous messages since there are no new ones. All right. Okay, there is someone that asked me. Let me start from this so that as time goes on, we can also have something to ask. Someone from my group, from my WhatsApp group, was asking that he or she had I don't know if the person is already on this live. If you're here, you can listen to your question, the answer to your question. You told me that you have a visiting visa and then you are planning to relocate with your family, and the main point there is that your visa is a 1 month. I don't know if I'm correct. What you said is a 1 month visa, and you're trying to relocate to Finland with a 1 month visa with your family, and you're also asking how possible is it possible for you to convert it to work. So, my dear sister, I will just be frank and tell you the truth. It is very, 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 very difficult. Remember, I'm not saying it's not possible to convert tourist visa to work visa in Finland, but if you want to do that, you need a lot of time to find job. The only way you can do that is if you can be able to get a job, or better still, find admission, right? If you have admission, if you can be able to get a job before the expiration of your that particular visa is possible. But one thing you need to put in mind is this: you're coming with your family, so it's not going to be easy. For me, I would advise, if it is only you, it is better. But even that 1 month is so dicey and it kind of very difficult because I don't know how it's going to be. If you're coming which is going, you're going to spend a lot of money. You're going to spend, even spending those money, you're not guaranteed that you can, because you cannot stay in this country without having the right to stay here. It's either you leave when your what's it called, tourist visa expires, you are expected to go back to your country, right? So the only way you can change your status is when you are able to get another job. So let me go back to other questions. Okay, said they can hear me from here. What is probation period? What can terminate someone's employment? Okay, this one is very, very important. It is also peculiar to my situation currently in where I'm working, in where I'm supposed to have been working, right? Probation period, like some of us got a work contract in Finland, and you have 6 months probation period, or you have 6 months trial period, whichever language they use. What it simply means is that you have between the day of this contract till 6 months, right? The company has the right to either fire you or retrench you if they are not getting what they actually needed from you. Do you understand? So this period is like a trial period that you have. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot go there and work. It means that at this particular period, at this time they gave you, you have to sit is. You understand? That is the probation period, right? Good to see you and hear from you. Thank you. Um, Mary is in Ago, a guy with only secondary school set. Your spouse visa. I don't know what you mean by that. If you already have a spouse, migrate to Finland, it is very very possible. It doesn't necessarily mean uh maybe you have secondary school. It's not possible. It's possible. So what you're asking is what kind of job can you be able to do here in Finland? First of all, if you I always advocate that we here in Finland, I can't tell you to. I don't know the time period you have for me to start telling you to go and learn welding because it's a skill that requires a lot of time, a lot of dedication before you can even learn it. It's not something you do within 6 months or 1 year. Even 2 years may not be enough. So you learn skills, or probably if you have menial job, you can as well study, or better still do a vocational course or one or two courses that can brush you up, then you get a better job. I think I've been able to answer that. Mary is in Ago. Is there any other person? Look courses. Okay. Yeah, if you want to come for study. In fact, if you're coming to Finland, it is very, very important that you have to job, right? Now, if you're looking for a school to have an IT courses and you want to do it in English language, you also how much I have been able to relocate to Finland on a budget. I don't understand what you mean by fitness guru. Hi, you said how much can I have to be able to relocate to Finland on a fitness guru, right? It depends on your situation and the route you want to use to travel. For instance, videos I did, I mentioned all the Finnish companies that has been certified to employ workers from abroad. So you can go through that video, watch the list of companies I posted there, and also do your own research. Then when you get them, you make application. So coming to the budget now, if you get a work contract from them, if you're able to get a work contract from any company here in Finland, you're not going to spend much. I'll be using my own situation to give you the random experiences. Like for me, when I started mine, when I got my own work contract in Finland, I didn't spend much in order to process my. What it cost me was the Finnish resident permit application fee is 407, right, 470 euro. That is the amount. As of then, I converted it to naira with including VFS service charge and delivery, the courier service delivery that they used in delivering my resident permits. Everything that I paid then came out. You can see it's not much then. So when I came in here, I didn't book my flight early enough. So I spent 1 million plus in trying. Sorry, excuse me a bit. All right. So apart from your resident permits fee, apart from the money you have to pay for your resident permit, the next thing that will come is the money for preparation of your documents. Like I legalize my documents, like I always say in my videos, I did not do the legalization myself because my state was quite far from Abuja where I'll be going, running up and down to do it. So instead of doing it, I paid someone in Abuja who helped me to legalize my document, and it cost me around I think around 60 to 80,000 or thereabout. So that was another thing. So the next expenses was just some hotel, normal expenses you do, transportation and all that. So then if your company is not also providing accommodation, you also need to make preparation for accommodation. That's make your budget for accommodation as well. I think I've been able to answer you, fitness guru, right? So what next question? I think I'll be taking these questions one after the other. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find where I am so that we can continue. Okay. Now, Benita AGDK is there job for truck drivers in Finland? Are they in high demand? How do one get it? I only have senior SAT. All right, frankly speaking here, truck driving is very, very lucrative. It's paying even higher than most jobs here, I will tell you. But the issue here is you need to also get the certificate. You need to learn how to do it, get the certificate before you can be able to get the job. uh, that is just it. You can get it when you have all the required document. I have not really checked truck driving, the this thing, but whatever you want to do, as long as it relates to truck driving, you need to have the certificate that can convince them above all reasonable doubt that this is what you can do. Maybe probably companies who try to hire you can set test for you or something of that nature. So that is just that. So Benita, I hope I've been able to answer your question. Emperor TV, hi boss. It's possible to apply for bachelor degree program with ND certificate and O-level result. Very, very possible. Look here in Finland, you can. Many people are applying for even BSc. You understand? Yes, they are applying for BSc with just O-level result. So it's very, very possible. Who else? Innocence Philip. What are my chances as forklift operator with a HND holder in Finland? All right. The forklift is also another skills that are needed. Do you understand? Even though just like I promised you people that I'll be going around to find out opportunities, I've not actually made my own personal research on that. But once I do, I'll still bring it in. But online, if you search online, go to URES, right? Go to those websites, job in Finland, go to so many websites I've shared on this particular platform with me. Go to those websites, search for forklift operators. You will see opportunities that are in that particular field. Then Akinyemi Idris, my wife is in Finland. I will start processing next year. Am I legalizing only the marriage certificate or together with my credentials? Okay, Akinyemi Idris, I will give you the best advice that I can as regards to that. It's if it's possible for you, legalize all your document, because there are some certain things you may want to do here that you will be required to go back or to do a kind of regularization. But once you have done all those legalizations and have all those documents with you, you're free to do whatever you want to do with them here. Like me, when I was coming, all my documents, I legalized them, even though I didn't use some of it. So they are here with me. Sorry, excuse, the code is much here. So sorry. Okay, so you have to legalize both the marriage certificate and every other document that will be of use to you when you're here. So legalize them is very important. Mary is in go. Please answer me. Mary, please, what did you write? I think you can repeat it, please. If I've not answered your question and I've passed you, please resend the question so that I can answer. Benita Ejike, is there no job? Is there a job for truck driver? I think I've been able to answer that. Then Akinyemi Idris, because of fund, can I patronize those company working proof of fund? My my brother, I'm always very straight to whatever I do. I'm always trying to be as most sincere as I can. I've not used any proof of fund company, well, if it's legal and if it's acceptable and you can afford it, then you can go for it. Why not? You can go for it. Udeme Akpan, what are the chances of a medical doctor to get job in Finland from Nigeria? All right, my brother, there are chances that you will get job, but if I may advise you, I will say try as much as you can to also learn Finnish language, because those people who are in medical line, they are dealing directly with clients who are citizens here and non-citizen as well, and Finnish language is mostly used for those kind of jobs. So you will have a better chance of getting a job if you can be able to have a kind of for you to get a job, but it's going to give you a leverage. Michael Tokbe. Okay, thanks for this opportunity. Please, sir, do you know any news about Silk Road for nurses, and is there other visible route for nurses or any related job one can apply to? Okay, I did not, many people has been asking me about Silk Road. I did not come to Finland through Silk Road. I only started hearing about them. I heard about them even while I was still in Nigeria, but I didn't go through that route. So I not say I have 100% information about them, but of recent I know that they have stopped, taking Nigerians, except you've already been boarded before now. That is when you can start thinking about Silk Road. But for now, I think they are closing their doors against Nigerians and some African countries. Darlington Noble. Okay, there is something else you said. Feasible route. Yes, you can also make your researches. I want to say this, please. If you're looking for a job, the best way to do it is seek how you can go straight direct to this company. If you are in healthcare, look for care homes here in Finland. Contact them directly, either through their mail or through their phone number. That is the best. I always say it. If you're my follower on, if you're my subscriber on YouTube, on this YouTube, you should know that I have always given you people this guidelines. Seek, if you want to get response quickly, contact them directly. Look, browse about them, go to their website, get their email address or their phone contact, and then contact them directly if they have space. If they have, they will tell you. Okay, let me just share my story. Like there are some applications I made here in Finland. Do you understand? The company I was supposed to work with, just like somebody was asking me about, I'm sharing these stories, my personal stories, so that people from it, right? Some people who are in my shoe will not even want to do it, but I'm doing it just because I know that some people will also need this information and it can help someone out there, right? Now, the company that employed me, maybe I can do this in next video, that employed me, do you understand? When I get to them, because I always tell you people, when I was traveling, I told you people I was going to Estonia for a test, for welding test. Then from Estonia, I'll be coming to Finland. Our agreement with the company was that I will first of all do the welding test. After the welding test, they even told me that it's going to be a kind of training or some kind of. So after the welding test, then I will now travel from Estonia to what's it called, to Finland. But when we got to Estonia, fortunately, it was not only me. There are two guys from Cameroon as well. I'm the only Nigerian guy there, so there are two guys from Cameroon who joined, and we had the test. They are not all 50 something. The other guy scored 40 something. The other one scored 30 something. The one that scored 30 something was sent home directly, and he has a resident permit card. He has a resident permit, but he did not collect his resident permit in Nigeria. He only came to Finland with D visa. Do you understand? D visa, I don't know how to, this is going to be very long. Maybe I'll do this in my next video to explain all this. So he came to Estonia with the D visa, and when this company find out that they are not taking him, they said he should go. And you know how hard it is for somebody to struggle back then at home and came to Europe, and you're sending the person back after spending money, after borrowing, after all sort of things, and they sent him back. The guy, I was trying to, but he didn't know me anyway. The other guy is one of my follower. He said his wife has been following my channel and my the one that I said they sent home didn't know me. So when I was even giving him advice, he was saying, when you think that you and some persons are on the same level, there are some certain have. He said he doesn't have any alternative. That's the only thing, and he was even afraid that the company may chase him or blah 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 and all that. So this story is very long. I'm going to detail it in my next video, so maybe I'll cut it short there. So what I'm trying to point out from it is this: they sent him home. He doesn't have his resident permit. Assuming even if he doesn't have it, he still has the right to come to Finland and collect his resident permit. So me, they said they are not taking me as well, because okay, they said they are going to find another job for me. Then I waited for them to find another job. They couldn't find another job for me, right? The other guy, I told them that okay, since they are not able to find another job for me, what do I do? They said they have nothing for me to do, but what I will do now is to go back to my country, look for the next available flight and return to my country. Imagine. So what I did, because I know the rules, because I know how things work here, at a little bit of how it is. So I told them, okay, since you guys have not been able to look for a job for me, I have my resident permit with me. So what I will do is that I am going to look for a job myself, and if I get a job, leaving. Do you understand? So I left Estonia without telling them. The other guy was still there, being afraid that maybe the company do. I didn't tell the company directly. I just keep calm to myself. It was when I must have left Estonia to Finland, because with my resident permit, guys, you need to know your rights. If you're moving abroad, you need to know your left and right, so that you don't get stuck on the road. Many people get deported because of the story I'm sharing to you now. I'm not going in depth to share it. I'll say share it exactly how it happened, following details, but let me just give you a tips of the iceberg. So when I left, I've left Finland or Estonia already, and came to Finland before, because the HR said I should leave and get back to my country, right? So I now was like, how can I suffer all those things and start going back to my country while I'm in Europe? I thought I have my resident permit with me, and I know the worth of that resident permit, that with that resident permit I can be able to do whatever. I go to any European country I want to, but the options I have weren't all that good for me. So the only best place for me to be in is in Finland. So I left Estonia and came to Finland. And when I came to Finland, the company was still expecting me, because they said I should book the next flight and tell them and go back to my country. I told them then that I don't have money to book for flight, thinking they will, they said okay, that I should check if the flight is cheap enough that they will pay. So in my mind, I said, what if it's not cheap enough? What will you do? So they kind of I checked for flights around there. It was 600, and I didn't tell them. So I left to Finland. And the next thing I did was to call the HR and tell her that I've not been able to get a job. I've not been able to, since you people have not been able to get a job for me. So I have my resident permit. I'm looking for a job. I've made applications to companies that have, that are yet to respond, that I'm waiting for their responses. So once I get a response from them, then I will know what else to do. They said, okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, they have already told me to move home. Assuming I didn't take that drastic decisions, I would have been in Nigeria by now. So, long story cut short, right? If you're coming here, you need to know the worth of whatever you're coming with, and your rules the rules and regulations, right? It is very, very important. I don't know if I've missed the point I wanted to make out from that story, but if I've missed it and you know what you wanted to hear, let me know. Um, Udeme Akpan, I think, he said, are there chances of medical doctors to get job in Finland? So I have answered this, Michael. But okay, thanks for the opportunity. Please, sir, do you know any news about? Okay, I've answered this. Darlington Noble. Good evening, Mr. Chigozie. I have a visiting visa for 3 months. Is it possible to convert to work visa? I've answered this. Is very, very possible, my brother. But the thing there is, considering the time, and I don't know what the field you are. If you are able to get work before, at least when you enter Finland, 1 month, 2 months, and you're able to get a company that can issue you a work contract, it's possible. Then the next thing is, Michael, what type of job can injector mechanic apply for? Uh, My brother, I don't know what injector mechanic is, so let me be frank, because I'll always like being, truthful. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But the one I know, I'll beat my chest and tell you that I know it and give you information that will help you on it. I don't know what injector mechanic is, but then I don't know. I don't know what injector mechanic is, but if it's a mechanic job as well, I don't know. You can still search online and see if you can get something out there from it. Then Nsuka Paul Buenyem, I don't know. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name well. Is it better to apply for vocational courses or master degree as an IT graduate? Can you suggest some schools to apply? Okay, Buenyen, it depends on what you want. IT courses are very good if that is the line you have already been in. I will advise you build on it as well. Vocational vocational courses, it's more of practicals and skills that you also acquire. Then if you need to go through vocational schools, I don't think, but I would better prefer that you build on you already, because IT is in high demand, right? Is in high on skills that you acquire from vocational school. I think it will be more better for you to build on your IT skills. IT skills, I mean. Then I think before the end of this video, I will also put schools here and their websites that you can apply, both vocational and the ones that are related to IT. Someone else has asked me that as well, so I will post it when I'm posting this video. All their names here because I may not have them off head, right? And I think I've been able to mention some of these agencies, so you can as well go to that video and watch them. Prince Luciano said, do I need proof of fund to study in Finland? My brother, if you don't need it, what else do you need? One. It's very, very important. Proof of fund is very important. And guys, leave it to your own detriment. It is good. These countries are expensive. These countries have, in order to prove that you can be able to take care of yourself here. Those money, if you have them, it will do you a lot of good. But we know that in Africa, to gather those money, that such amount of money at once is very, very difficult because of the economy and the conditions of things. Make you to live comfortably in the country, as well as be able to make out things, to able to, if you're studying, to study comfortably and get the required knowledge you needed. So brother, to study in Finland, you need a proof of fund. It's very, very necessary and important. Augusta Chinaka Ogechi. Okay, you retracted your message. Please expatiate more on legalizing EU or some of the countries that have a kind of chartered agreement with blah 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 and blah, right? If you're coming from Nigeria, most African country, to Finland, you need to legalize your document. So legalizing those documents, you go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of your country, and then start the legalization process. Like my own, I did not do it myself. I keep saying that I paid somebody who helped me to do it. Victor, if you're taking academic route, mostly all the documents that relates to your studies that you are submitting should be legalized. Your certificate, your date of birth, your transcripts, if you're married on when making your application for what is it called? Your work certificate for welder, your welding certificate for skill, your certificates, your date of birth. Um, you need to also get a police character. I hope we all know it's very, very important as well. So you need to legalize your date of birth, your certificates and transcript if you have, right? Any studies you're going for that you have the transcript, you legalize it. Those that are married, your marriage certificate is very, very necessary. Who else? How can one legalize his or her documents? I've said it here that I did, but if you go to Ministry of Education, what's it called? Healthcare assistant jobs in Finland, like I always say, I think that field is getting a kind of saturated, but then people are still getting job. It is not easy. If you want to get job in healthcare in Finland, please, it is very, very necessary that you do a Finnish language course. It will give you an edge over those that don't have it. But if you can, very, very important that you do it. You can get it as well. You can get a care assistant job in Finland, but how you can make this to be possible is go online, search for care homes in Finland. Search for care homes in Finland. Try as much as you can to contact these care homes personally. Try as much as you can to contact them personally. Also, there are recruiting agencies as well. Search for them as well and contact them. If you watch some of the videos I posted, I think in one of them I have mentioned and listed and made the list of certified employers. Under those employers, each one you click, you can see the field in which they are in. If they are employing people who are in health, if they are recruiting people who are in construction, people, some of them even do almost all. So look at them and then watch that video and then try to pick it up from there. Please, how about, okay, peace, I've answered your question. This message is held for review. Whose message is held for review? Ogunbowale Emmanuel. Good evening, boss. I've been trying to find aluminium works, that is window, doors and the rest, but all got is metal work. Is there no aluminium work in Finland? My brother, if I can give you an advice, I would advise that you look for construction job, right? I'm even looking, there are people who are doing tiling jobs, and they are still looking for those kind of jobs here. Sometimes our job title may not be the same with theirs. Our job title may differ from them. I have not seen any aluminium, any job that is in line with aluminium here, frankly speaking. So, but you can decide to apply for construction jobs, and you may be lucky enough to get them. Cherry Foodie and Peace. Our many prayers worked for you. Yes, so seriously, you guys' prayer kept me. If I tell you the kind of favor I've been receiving, that story I will tell it in full so that you people will understand. It's not everybody that will uh, pass through what I passed through and still survive it. By now, they would have faced deportation. So it is not easy here. So that's why I tell you, you need to know your rights. It's very important, as well as the prayers you guys are making. Frankly speaking, I must confess that it's working. My family, those in my WhatsApp family, I really want to thank you guys. You guys are so wonderful. The prayers are really working. Then Victor Clement, please, if I am coming for study, can I pay the school on installments, or I have to pay everything? It depends on the school, right? It depends on the schools. There are some that will tell you to make all the payments. I don't know much about but I as long as I've been here, what I plan doing now is going to the schools here in Finland. Since I'm already here, I'll be going directly to the schools and making inquiries myself personally, and whatever information I find out, I will be sharing it to the family, right? I Since I'm already on ground, if I'm able to settle down properly, because there are still things on my head. If I'm able to settle down properly and make out the time, I will be seeing how to go to the schools directly, get information from them directly, and see if there can be anything positive that can happen, right? So it depends on the school. Go to the school website, find out how school in their school tuition is being paid. And most especially, please guys, always take note that communication skills are very, very important. Communication skills are very, very important. When you are making your application, communicate the school. Whether you're applying, you're making applications for admission in Canada, in US, in Finland, there are always room for communication. Communicate with them wherever you don't understand or wherever you're thinking. Ask them questions. Anybody who asks questions can never get lost, right? Yeah, we always say it. The worst you can get is maybe it's not in the direction you're thinking, but at least you'll be properly guided. Don't assume. Don't make assumptions on things you are not very sure of. Ask questions. Write mail to the school. Please, I am an applicant from so so and so country. I have submitted my applications already, but please, I want to know if I can be able to pay my tuition fee instrumentally, or will it be required of me to have the full payment made before I come over? All those kind of things, they will give you response, they will answer you, and you even stand a better chance of you getting the admission if you've not gotten one. Now, John Thomas, thanks for sharing your story. Naija no dey carry last. Now I know even with sponsored jobs, anything can happen. So one has to be prepared. At least a job for offer gave you a peer. Yes, you have to be very, very prepared. Anything is possible. I said that story because of somebody that told me that somebody that a kind of asked probation period, right? I can hold the company because it is already stated there that I have a 6 months trial. Do you understand? So if it's 6 months trial, I can't be fired. Anything can happen. But the most important thing there is that God, those period I told you people, I got my resident permit and some permit to the company, and the company has the resident permit, and they told him that they are going to send the resident permit to his country once he gets to his country back. Are you seeing it? But assuming he has that resident permit, he has so many and thousand many other options. Do you understand? Now that is how it happens. So Finland here, I don't know anywhere. Most places look alike. If you don't know how to use Google, if you don't know how to make use of the internet, it will be very, very difficult for you to survive. If you don't know it, start learning it now. Most places I go to, I don't know it. I've not been there before. I use my Google map. The place I got to stay for now, I don't even know it. The first day I left here, I would have gotten lost if not that I was smart enough to put the location as my home, or better still, put it that I parked here, right? So when I get to the place I was going, I was supposed to return home. Coming back home, I didn't know where I was going. So the next thing I did was just to go back to my Google map, a kind of searched where I was parked, put the direction for the map to take me there, and I found where I was going. So if you don't know how to make use of internet, your name is sorry. Joan Thomas, thanks for sharing. Okay, I've read that. Cherry, please. Cherry and peace. Exactly. Okay. Then Joan Thomas, abeg, if I get a vocational offer, I get a permit B, and I also get admission to study a degree course, which will earn me an A permit. Do you advise course? I don't understand what you mean. Cost of disadvantage, cost of school fees is high. Joan, I don't understand. Please reframe your question so that I can better understand it. Can you list the documents for tourist visa? Okay, Darlington. If you're going for tourist visa, you need your passport, right? You need your proof of fund. You need your to and fro. You need also your any other extra document that they ask you to submit to prove what you're going there for. If you're going for medicals, you need those documents. If you say you're going for, documents where you've been working to prove that actually they gave you a leave, all those kind of stuff. But more information can be found on the Migri website so that you'll be properly directed. But these ones I've mentioned are some of the major ones you need. So please, if you're on this live, please make sure you click the like button. You can as well share it to your friends. Make sure you click the like button. If you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe to us. Subscribe to our channel. Informations that you think it's difficult for you to get. In fact, when someone else is asking questions, you're learning. When someone else is being directed, you learn from the direction that is being given to the person. That is the best thing about that WhatsApp group, and people are getting help every now and then. So we're just like one big family there. So you can as well, join if you. Let me look at those, please. Okay, I've been able to answer this. Is there anybody that asked question here which I jumped? Please, you can bring it back. Retype your question so that I can see it. Okay. So how it is here? Okay, Joan, you have, I got a vocational offer and also got admission for a degree course. Because of the permits, which do you advise I go for? Because that school fees is high, even though I know I will earn a permit A. All right, Joan Thomas, I think I've been able to really grasp what you are trying to say. You got a vocational offer and also got admission for a degree. Both of them are still a kind of study anyway, but the vocational is different from if you're going for the degree, if you have the money, do you understand? If you have the money, you can go for the degree, right? But in a situation where you don't, you can as well do the other one. I think the main thing here is the money, and I'm not in your pocket. Okay, Benita Ejike said, Kings, I asked you second question. Okay, Benita, please, what's the second question? You can bring it back, please. You can resend the second question so that I can see it. Benita. Okay, guys, I want to still talk about something. I want to talk about if you're coming here, those that are coming here and thinking that, you know, if you're coming here, please know that it is also important you put some money in your pocket. With the experiences I've had, assuming I didn't prepare, it would have been so difficult, even as I'm, a kind of the company came and I didn't start my work early because it's my money that I've been spending all this while, right? So assuming I didn't have anything, that means that's how people get stranded. And when you get stranded this way, I don't know what might be your fate. I don't know what might be your fate. So please resend your questions. Benita, okay. Benita, I'm looking for the question. I'm about to receive my certificate from Kosheri's truck driving school. Please help me with links for that job. I mean, truck drivers and forklifts. All right. I think you're giving me this one as an assignment. All right, you can chat me up on WhatsApp, Benita. Chat me up on WhatsApp if I'm able to browse about them, because I don't have it now. I won't promise what I don't have. If I'm able to go online and get any opportunity that is in line with what you're looking for, I'll forward it to you. Or better still, I will forward it to the WhatsApp group so that people on the WhatsApp group can as well benefit from it, and not only you in particular. Because if I send it to your inbox, it's only you that is going to benefit. So for those, someone told me that she already have she has uh, a resident permit already and coming to Finland. That what and what do I advise her to bring in? Right? If you're coming in this particular period, you can see what I'm wearing. Very, very important. This is very, this is one, this is two, this is three. The one inside is four. And I'm inside, and there is heater inside here, and yet I'm putting on all this. So you can see the code. The code here can sometimes get to -21, -22, -18, -17, -9, -10. In Nigeria back there, you know that once, or in most African country, when the temperature is about plus 20, you know how cold it used to be. And you can imagine from 20 to 10. I'm talking about the plus 10 degrees centigrade in Nigeria. You know how cold the weather used to be for us. And now imagine when it goes to zero, right? And it's not only stopping in zero, it has gone to -1, -2, -3, -4 to 21. You can imagine all that, right? So if you're coming, you need to first of all get this jacket. You can as well get here, but it's expensive. It's very expensive. The little boots I bought, I didn't even buy it from the new shop. I bought it from the second-hand shop here, and I bought it like 25 euro. And convert it to Nigerian naira or whichever currency you're using to know how much it is. Then this, you can get it for 50, 60, 30, 40 euro, depending. So I will advise, if it's cheaper there, buy it there and come. If you have a good one, then if you don't have, you can equally bring enough money to buy from here. Then your food is also important. Your food is very, very important. As somebody who came in here newly, you may not necessarily like all the food here. Their food, in fact, I've not even eaten their food. I've been eating the food I came with. Yeah, Benita, thanks, bro. Okay, I think I've been able to answer your question, right? Um, Jeremiah, thank you for sharing this information freely. May the Lord continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. What are the jobs that have major shortages? Like I always advocate, it depends on your condition, right? Here, the jobs, if you have a skill, whichever skill you have that is in high demand, for instance, you are into welding. I think welding is in high demand here as well. Do you understand? But one thing that makes it difficult is that they prefer people who already have the experience here, or better still, have European certification. But cleaning job, you can as well get cleaning job. You can as well get those menial jobs I've always advocated for in most of my videos. If you have not watched my videos, please go back to those videos I posted there. You will see all the jobs that are in high demand. I've already posted them there. Thank you for sharing. All right. Emperor, how far now? How has it been? Boss, don't forget to connect your brother to a fabrication company. All right, if I have the opportunity, I will. That is why, if I have the opportunity, I will, bro. Shorty C, how much do you recommend for one to bring when coming for work? All right, depending on your company. Shorty C, I'm answering your question. Depending on your company, but depending on your company and the agreement you have with them, right? If the company, like my own, assuming everything went well, my company is supposed to pay for my accommodation, my company is supposed to pay for some of the things I've made expenses for, right? But they did not. I paid for it. Now, if in a situation like this, you should first of all have money for accommodation in case anything happens, right? I didn't foresee this, so you should have money for accommodation. You can always get accommodation here depending on the kind of accommodation you have. Just budget like 500 euro. It will be less. It will be less because you are not looking for a big thing, but just budget it. Then you can get for 300, you can get for 350, 400, 250, depending, maybe a shared apartment and all that. But just budget it if you have the money to be on this. Budget like 200 before you start working. If your job is starting immediately, then you may just budget plus or minus maybe 700 to 1,000 euros to come over. It will go a long way, right? It will go a long way. Except your company is paying for accommodation and you're very sure, you can just budget like 500 euro in everything, total in everything. As if you're sure if you come, you're starting work immediately. Then Clara, can visit visa be converted? I've answered this, yes, but on one condition. The condition is you get a job contract before the expiration of that visa, or admission as well. You start studying. Then Salome Boabank, you have not answered my question. In saying you have not answered, type the question again so that I will see it. Salome, did you get me? So please, I may have passed that particular question. Please, you can resend it. Resend the question, Salome, so that I can go to it. So though I've not been here for long, but I'll tell you the country is good, or it's quite expensive until you are able to. This is supposed to be an interactive section. I wanted to use this to do a video, but I don't know how it's going to benefit everybody if I just post a video. So I wanted to give chance for people to ask questions. I'm not doing a long video. I'm not doing a kind of I just wanted it to be an interactive section where people will come and ask whatever that has been bothering them, right? Ask whichever question that has been bothering you, so that I can respond to it if I have the right answer. Then Agatha Chukwu, which other sites or agency work apart from Silk Road? I'm Zambian and their site is not accepting my application. Silk Road has closed for most African countries. I keep saying it. Silk Road has closed for most African countries currently, except maybe you applied earlier and they have boarded you already. You have already been taken. You're just doing the final stage of it. If not, I'm not sure they are still taking. So there are other agencies. Go to my videos that I've posted already. Watch those videos. You will see the listed agencies I mentioned there, their website as well. Thank you very much. Shorty said, okay, thank you. Eric Michael, how much do someone need to have beg moving to Finland? I don't understand what you mean. What you mean, Michael, Eric? How much do someone need to have? I don't know what you mean, but let me just assume probably you're asking how much does somebody need to move to Finland. If how much you need to move to Finland depend on the route you want to take and your condition, right? If you're planning to move through the job route, there is no how you can get to Finland through job route without first of all getting a work contract back there in your country, right? Then if you have that particular work contract, then everything is easy. In fact, let me state it here. Finland is one of the easiest countries to migrate through job routes. The only difficult thing here is your ability to be able to get a work contract. Once you get a work contract, other things are very easy. Number one is not only that it is easy, it is time saving, and they don't require much documentation, and they don't require much money as well. And it is also very fast. Within 1 month, 2 months, or even 10 days, you've gotten your response. Do you understand? So that is why you need to do everything you can to get a work contract. So coming back to your question, if you're traveling through work contract, the only money you need through job route, the only money you need is the 700. And if you are applying for only D visa, like if you're applying for only resident permit, that is the resident permit card, you need to pay 470 euro. Then if you want to pay for both D visa and resident permit card, then you need around is it 490 or thereabout. It's not up to 500 euro or 515 or thereabout. So that is the money, the official fee for you to pay, except maybe VFS fee, which is around 20 something, or probably just call it 50,000. Is not up to, I don't know if you're from Nigeria anyway, 50,000 or thereabout. Just if you're coming through job route, approximately 600,000 naira, convert it to your own currency. Let me say approximately 600 euros. Okay, approximately 600 euros. It may not be up to. So if you're coming through job route, 600 euros is too much safe. It's not going to be up to, because the only thing you pay for is that resident permit. Then provide other documents yourself. You don't pay any agency for that, except maybe you want to legalize. Even legalization is done by self as well. So, but if you're coming through the other route, which is study route, then if you're coming through study route, you need to know the school you're applying for. How much is their tuition fee? How much is application fee for resident permit for students? Then calculate all that. That will be the total amount you'll be needing, as well as your living expenses, right? As well as your living expenses. That's the proof of fund they asked you for. Then why you ask this question, there are so many of us that have this belief that somebody will just come and promise you that they have job here, they have job there, and you need, those of us in Nigeria, they will be charging you like 5 million naira or 7 million naira, 4 million naira to bring you to Finland. And at the later end, you end up spending those money without getting any result. I don't know if anybody here has that particular job and his family members are still where they are. So at times we need to use our head. Then Eric Michael, how much? Okay, I've been able to answer you. HBM Beauty, can I use the work permit I got from a company to work in another company? Okay, it depends on what your permit is bearing. If you have an A permit, right, and they have a they always have a specified rule that is specified in that particular resident permit. So you cannot work outside of that rule. For instance, me as a welder, I have my permit as a welder. I am not permitted, but it doesn't stop me from getting any other job that is not a welding job. Like I called immigration when all those things happened with my company. They told me that if I still want to be here, all I need to do is to get a job from another employer. You can get a job from another employer if your employer is not, if your employer maybe rejected you or maybe sacked you or maybe you are no longer working there. You can get a job from another employer, but make sure that it's still in the same line. If you want to maintain that particular permit that is given to you, make sure it's still in the same line with that with what is it called, with that permit. Do you understand? For instance, if I get another job from another welding company, my permit is still very valid. I can still be going on with it. Now, if eventually I didn't find any welding job, maybe I got a cleaning job, what I only need is for me to get a work contract from that particular company. If I get a work contract from the company, they give me a work contract, then with it I can use it to process another resident permit for cleaner, right? Is an A permit. So I don't know if I've been able to answer you, Beauty. You can work for another company if you are no longer working in the company that gave you that permit, and if the company that is employing you new is also in the same line of profession. So that answers your question. Salome Boabank, is it advisable to go for any other job aside your profession if you are in Finland? It's hard to secure a job, your profession. I'm a nurse. I think I've been able to answer that as well if you have been listening. It's possible that you can change your profession. If you get the only thing there is the ability to be able to get a job outside of your profession, because I don't know the qualification you present and the experience you present that will make you to get that, but it's still possible. There are some jobs that doesn't require much experience. If you're able to get that, discuss with the company, tell them your condition, that what you need a work contract to, in order for you to apply for a resident permit. Do you understand? So that it can allow you to work for that particular company. So if your resident permit is a type, they always a kind of put that restriction there. So you can only work for company that are in line with your profession. But if you get a job from another company or another profession, you need to get a work contract and apply for a new resident permit as well. But you can still stay before the expiration of that your resident permit, the current one you have. That's if you're still working with the company. If you're no longer working with the company, know that you have 3 months to get a job, or both of them will be terminated. Please, what's the certain amount for proof of fund for spouse? Okay, who asked this question? Angela. Yes, I want to a kind of make something clear here, please. Many people are misunderstanding this. Some people are looking for 12,000 euros in order to make proof of fund for their spouse to join them, or for them to, because if you go to the website, I'm not on the website now, you will see that it said for a person you need 1,000 euros, right? Then if another adult is joining you, you need around is it 700 euros? That's 1,000 euros in a year. You need, as only you need 12,000 euros. Then 7,000 times 700 euro times 12, whatever it gives, that means if you're two, you need that amount. So if a child is joined, just hold on a bit so that I'll bring it out so that we can always, let's make an informed. Sorry, just Oh. So I've not been able to get that information I'm looking for, but I'm still on it. So the point I just want to make here is this: if those amount they listed there, you're looking at when you will get all the money before you start applying, that's a huge amount of money. What they actually mean there is you need to be earning so and so amount. Like for instance, if maybe you only have a husband and maybe your husband is, you need to prove that you're making at least 1,000. You and your husband will be 1,007 a month, right? At least that shows those income for at least 6 months, 4 months, 6 months. That is what they mean. But most of us are even limiting ourselves, and we're not achieving our dreams by thinking we need all those money for 12 years. We'll push it into our bank account. All you need is to show that you have been working in so and so place and you have been making so and so amount. In your bank statement, it will be shown that on monthly basis this amount is coming into your account. On monthly basis, you're able to make this amount of money. Do you understand? And you have enough out of those money that were coming in as well as bank balance. So you don't need to start times maybe 1,700 times 12 for you and your husband, and make sure that the money is now bulk in your account before you can be able to bring your family. That's the mistake most people are making, and it is not like that. That's not how they calculate it. Thank you so much, Agatha said. Okay, Agatha, thank you as well. Aminosh, okay, please, what's the certain, I've been able to answer this. Wisdom, Wisdominus streaming. Is construction job a demand job in Finland? There are some construction sites as well. Yeah, you can as well get. But what I would say is most at times people on ground get it more. Seyi Olatunde, how much is someone going to spend? Olatunde, I don't know what you mean by how much is someone going to spend. How much are you going to spend on what? Make your question very, very elaborate so that I can understand and know where to start from. But let me make assumptions. If you're saying how much you're going to spend to get to Finland, I've explained that earlier. Maybe you're just joining. How much you're going to spend if you're coming through the job route is going to be very easier if you get a work contract. Remember, you don't just come in without following the due process. If you're coming through job route, you need to get a work contract. If you have a work contract from any Finnish company, then use that work contract, start your application online on Enter Finland website. If you use your Google, type Enter Finland, it will bring out their official website. Click on that official website, start your application, submit those stuff. The only money you're going to pay is 470 euro. As of when I did my own, it was around 5. The total money I spent, both VFS charge, courier service, the courier service they use in delivering my resident permit to my doorstep, everything was around 511,000 naira. That is what it came out during my own time, and that's the only official money I spent. The only ones was my transport to Abuja, coming back, the hotel I lodged, okay, legalization of my documents, right? So which is no minor expenses. Then Osayeme Deborah, please, I have NAPTEP caregiver certificate. Can I use it or I do online? Yeah, you can as well do online to stand a better chance. This caregiver stuff has become so competitive that even if for me, I will also advise you to do Finnish courses. It will also help. In Finland, I also have BSc in accounting but never really practice. What job do you advise? Prince Luciano Ogaga, bros, please, can you throw more light on the criteria for tuition free schools in Finland? All right, bro. Tuition free school in Finland here, most of them demand that you have to do those courses in Finnish language, right? Most of them demand that you have to do those courses in Finnish language. And for you to do those courses in Finnish language, you need to have a knowledge of Finnish language. That's, you need to be proficient in Finnish. When somebody gets job in Finland, which of the visa are we to apply for? Is it D visa or PR or both? Okay, when you have a job, a work contract in Finland, what you apply for is resident permit. That resident permit, for depending on your job and the date your job is supposed to start, if they require you to be in Finland as soon as possible, then you can apply for both resident permit and D visa. Let me explain. Many people are misunderstanding resident permit and D visa. Resident permit is the main permit that allows you to get into Finland and start working, as in resident permit for an employed person. They have so many types of resident permit. They have for studies, for research, for all those kind of, but the one I'm talking about, since you're talking about job, you need a resident permit for an employed person. Now, resident permit for an employed person is the document you need to travel to Finland legally to work, depending on type of permit they gave you. Now, why D visa is important is when you need to be in that country as fast as you can. Remember, when you apply for resident permit, immediately your resident permit is approved. If you applied for D visa, the D visa will be stamped to your passport, which makes it easier for you to now start traveling to Finland without waiting for resident permit card to be given to you. If you did not apply for D visa, immediately your permit is approved, just like in my own case, you have to wait for your resident permit card to be sent from Finland, from the immigration office down to your doorstep. You pick it up and then you can now travel. But in some cases, it normally takes time. If you go to my YouTube channel, just watch the video I posted about how I got my how I got my resident permit, right? Unveiling my resident permit. I think it will answer the question. Now, I got my resident permit approved on the 13th of October. That was when I got my resident permit approved. They approved it means that they have given you that opportunity. They have accepted your request and given you the go-ahead order to travel. But you cannot travel without having in your hand the resident permit card. That resident permit card, I don't know. Okay, I have it here. Bring it up. Okay. So this is the resident permit card, how it looks like. This is the resident permit card. Let me not show the details. This is just like ATM card. This is how it looks like. You can see my picture and everything here, right? This is how it looks like. So this is your passport. When you have your resident permit, this card now takes time for them to send it to you. My own was approved on the 13th. When it was approved on the 13th, I have to wait till I think 20 something of November was when on 13th of October, but I got the main card early November. That was when I got the main card. But assuming I applied for D visa, immediately I got it. Immediately I got this resident. Immediately my resident permit was approved online. My passport will be sent to me. This passport will now be bearing the D visa. Like you can see, my passport is empty. There is no D visa here because I don't need it. I've gotten this. With this, you can scale through whatever thing you can. This is very powerful. Those that have it know that it is very, very powerful. So you can go to wherever you want to go and nobody will question you. Then the D visa, the difference between them is that D visa will just make you to travel faster. Then when you get to Finland, you now send in your address and they will post it to where you are. Post your resident permit card when it's ready there. But if you have patience, I will advise wait for your resident permit card, because that was my saving grace. Wait for it to come. But if you are in a situation of urgency, maybe you want to resume school fast, you want to start the work faster, then you can as well apply for the D visa, so that once your resident permit is approved, you can now start going, you can now start moving immediately without waiting for your resident permit card. So I think I've been able to answer your question. Is there age limit for the job route application? There is no age limit, my brother. The guy I met from Cameroon, that both of us were in the company that employed us, and there are no age limits. But the only thing, you have to be at least 18 years. I know there is nobody here that is below 18 years, so there is no age limit. Next one from Shorty: are police certificates and medicals my dear? When I did my own, I did not submit any medical certificate. The only thing I submitted, even the police character I submitted, was not even asked of me, but I have to. I know they always demand it, so I submitted. I got a police character report. I submitted it. I submitted my work photos and certificates. I submitted my passports, my passport, international passport. I submitted it. What else did I submit? My welding certificate. I submitted it. That's the only thing I submitted. I submitted my degree, which is not even required. I submitted it. There is no much. That is why I told you that moving through job routes is the easiest. Is the easiest. As long as you have a work contract, is the easiest in Finland. And I don't know, like I always say, this is the opportunity now. They are granting people visa, they are granting people resident permit. I don't know, as time goes on, you can see what is happening in the UK. You can as well what's happening in Canada. They are tightening and increasing students proof of fund, and all that. UK is limiting that of caregivers coming with their dependents. Initially that is the best route to travel with your family. Now they are cutting. I don't know how it's going to be, but for now it's an opportunity for everyone to explore. Medicals, you don't need any medical. I did not submit any medical, except maybe your job requires that. Mine did not require. I did not submit any medical report. I did not submit anything like insurance or anything. The only thing I submitted was just my work, things that relates to my work, my work photo, my passports, my degree, that's just it. Police character and all that. So Sheyi Olatunde, I'm a carpenter. I keep getting it difficult to apply, sir. Sheyi, if you're one of my subscribers, I think I have made everything so easy. Go through my videos. I have a lot of educative and informative videos out there that can help you. Go through that video. You'll find it easier to make your applications. I have shared instincts. I've shared all the techniques. I've shared all the secrets. I've shared everything, the website, everything you need to, most of the things you need to. And when I'm sharing those things, I feel like I have somebody who really need these things, and I'm passionate about the informations I give, right? So go there, watch those videos. Most people just watch one of my video and they come to ask questions that I have already provided solution to in many other videos that are on my channel. So please, if you watch one of my videos, or maybe you only know me through one of my videos, there are many other videos in my channel or that are more informative, so to say, that you also need to watch. Okay, HBM said thanks, bro. Okay, thank you as well. Is there age limit? No, I've answered that. Joan Thomas, so based on your example, would the previous permit of welder be cancelled when issued with the cleaner permit? Yes. If you are applying for if I'm applying for a cleaner job now and I get a cleaner job, right? Once the cleaner resident permit I applied for, I cannot work as a cleaner until the application is being approved, right? Once it's been approved, the former one is terminated. Do you understand how it works? So that's how it works. How can I get those jobs or vocational schools admission that is cheap? Here is that. My brother, watch my videos. Watch my videos. Go to my video. Those videos I posted there. Watch them. They can help you to know how to make applications for jobs. I think, okay, I've not done much on vocational school. I'll also jot it down. Maybe on subsequent time, I will make videos on that. But before I make videos on that, I have it in mind to go to the school directly. Since I'm already here, I'll make out time to go to them directly and make the inquiry. This January, most schools admissions are starting this period. Do you understand? So this is the best time for you to also start making your applications if you're looking for admission. Please, bro, like, how much is 2-bedroom apartments in Finland? Oh, okay. If you're looking for 2-bedroom apartments in Finland, you should be budgeting from 500 euro to about 1,900, 800, depending. But this is the limit. This is the range, and I don't know what you need. There are some that may be more than, depending on what you need. Katos, okay, um you're speaking Finnish for me. Thank you as well, Salome. Can see your mastering. You've already started studying Finnish already. That's very good. Ui Emado. Sorry for the name, but let me just stop at Ui. Please, are there job opportunity for electrical engineer? Yes, there are. Or is it advisable to start with electrician? Yes, there are. You can do both, and your CV can equally go for both, because two of them are both related. Please, what construction company I can apply as? My brother, I'm not the one that instituted all those companies to have them offhand, right? Except I make researches on that. But if you are my follower, go to my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel you are on now, right? I have made videos on how you can search for jobs, how you can search for this company, where you can search for this company, the website to go to, and things you need to do all by yourself. Nobody, you don't even need help if you watch those videos, because they are self-explanatory. Answer the second part of my question. I have BSc. Okay, I have BSc but never really practice. What job do you advise I go for? I have a BSc in accounting but never really practice. What job do you advise I go for? All right, I don't know much about accounting here, right? I don't know much about accounting jobs, right? But you can as well search online if there are accounting jobs of which I've never come across, so to say. But if they are not, I always advise people to look for something that is in high demand. At times, our degree may not really fetch us what we need. Our degree back then may not really fetch us what you need. Let me share a secret here. They value more your experience here, the experience you've had here, right? They value more the experience you've had here and certificate you've gotten here as well. So most at times you need to find the easiest way to put your head, in fact, struggle and put your head first. Then you can now get what you need. You may not necessarily be living as a king back there and you want to come in as a king as well. It may be difficult, but whichever opportunity that you can as well find. I've made videos of list of jobs that are in high demand here. Watch them and maybe you can find one of them very, very interesting to make your applications for. Then I have Seyi Olatunde. Do I need to get resident? Yes, you need to. If you're going for work for resident permit without getting admission, it is very, very important. Now for resident permit without getting admission, it is very, very important. Now Olubenga said, bro, how is construction jobs looks like in Finland? I am a professional escort as well. If you know the job very well and you can be able to prove that, we work together. You are interested in what? Let me understand very well. How can we work together on what exactly? Is there anything that I said that requires us to work together? Explain to me so that I can respond positively to you, Alice. Joan Thomas, wow, this your explanation of proof of fund is quite new to me because all I have been made to know is the amount has to be seated in your balance for the interview. I imagine having like 20 euros for family, but that is most people the informations we get on daily basis. If you don't have the right information, you get misled, right? Calculate it when you have all those money. For instance, you want to bring in a family of three, you want to bring in a family of four. All they need is that if your spouse, especially your spouse, is here already, do you understand? They need to prove that they are making such money on monthly basis. But then at the later end of it, the 6 months part of it should be in your balance, a kind of, so that at least you can prove that you have something to take care of them. Then thanks, Shorty C. Thanks once again, sir. I'm a road safety officer. What kind of? There is no road safety job here. There is no road safety job. The only thing you need to do is look for those jobs that I've mentioned earlier that are in high demand. Look for those jobs. Go to those videos I've made about them. Go to those videos I've made about them. Then look for those jobs and start applying. Guys, I want to say this. Any job you're making, you want to get, you can get it if you strategize yourself very well. And that is where CV comes to play a very big role. Many people underestimate the power of a CV. You are making application to UK, you are making application to Germany, you are making application to companies in Sweden and Switzerland. It's your CV that will get there before you. And your CV, I want to explain, oh, okay, this person is looking a bit okay. Can I just try know him more? You understand? This person is a bit attractive to me, right? Now, that CV is very, very important and very powerful when you are looking for a job. And that is why I always tell people, when you decide that you want to look for a job, spend more time, spend your energy, spend whatever you can to spend in order to make your CV to be the best. CV is 90% reason people get rejection in their job. Your CV, right? The way you present yourself, the way you represent yourself on that particular CV. And that is why it is very, very good for you to, draft a good CV that is in line with the format they are using in whichever country you're making your application. Very, very important. So, CV, well done, boss. Well done to you again. And thanks for my two girls along with me to Finland. You're moving to Finland. And how long do you intend to stay there as well? Ijoma Siama said, thank you for the selfless service. God will bless you. Thank you so much, my dear. Oh, I think we spent a lot of time today. I just came in. I need to as well do other things. Right? This is almost getting to 2 hours stuff. Jesus Christ. 2 hours live. Please, I don't know if I should end it here. If you have any other question, just ask so that we can close it down. If there are no more questions, maybe we can call it a day and start next time. I didn't get the explanation. Ijoma Asiama. Ijoma, what did you ask? Ijoma, I asked you, depending on the route you're going, if you're going for a job, if you're going for studies as well, you know that the proof of fund that is required for you to study, as well as the proof of fund that is required for you to study, your living expenses, as well as catering for those girls. And I want to see this, please, house. Like if you're going to Finland and maybe you are not financially buoyant, it's going to be a stress to you. It's going to be a kind of more difficult for you to start going with dependent. I'm serious about it. It's going to be more. Me, I have family. You understand? I didn't go with them. I left. I left them. It's very if you don't have enough fund and you don't even know what you're going to face, how the place is, and you don't have enough fund. It's better to go there first. Then when you get there, you know 1 year is not going to kill anybody. It may be difficult to get separated from your family for 1 year or even 6 months, but it's not to to be compared to the condition you're going to be subjecting them to, things you don't know about, except maybe you're going to, I don't know if you people are hearing it, but in my language, you say, ego nesho bike. Do you understand? Wealth makes the heart to be very strong, makes you to be very confident, right? If you don't know the place and you have enough fund, you know that you can always have your way, you can always, cope. But one, you don't know the place, you are not familiar with the environment. The worst is you don't have enough finance, you don't have enough source of fund, enough fund to take care of you, and you are still trying to bring in or squeeze in dependents. My dear, it is not all that good. I will advise what you do is, first of all, if you're a man, get there, plan better, know how the economy looks like, know how you can be able to find your feet. Before, imagine if I came with my family and I faced through the things I'm passing through now. How will it be? So the best thing for you to do is, first of all, get to the country, find your feet, then look for how to bring them in. And it will be easier then because you must have created the history of that approval fund they are looking for you. Working here must have helped you to build that account and create the history that you're making so and so amount of money that will help you to bring them in. And it will be easier. When you are now renewing your resident permit for the second year, which will give you a 4-year permit, you can now include them in that renewal, and it will give them a longer period because the next one will be expiring in 4 years. Do you understand? The next renewal will be, and it will give them 4 years again because it's when your own will be expiring that their own will be expiring. But when you include them in that 1 year, that 1 year your own will expire, theirs will expire, you renew again in order to renew theirs. So, but when they come in, when you must have come in, it's easier, it's better. For me, that's the best for me. The only difficult thing is there is you're missing your family. Your family is not here with you, but I don't think 1 year can ever kill anybody. Even if you die today, they will still survive. That is just the pure truth about it. If you die today, they will still survive. All right. Idris, that's okay. You have tried. Okay. Ijoma Jobral, can you explain the format of the CV they are using in Finland? Right, European Standard CV, Europass. If you're my group, you must have been seeing that. I am just coming in. Oh, Osho Akim, you're just coming in and we're about closing. Ijoma, okay, okay. Ijoma, you're speaking Finnish for me. I've not started my Finnish class. So. And yes, let me also answer this question. There is somebody that asks, is it possible to get a work in Finland without knowing the language? Like you can see, I don't speak Finnish. I don't know Finnish. I got mine without knowing Finnish language. So it's very possible. If I can do it, many of you can do it better than me. So it's possible. Oh, all right, dear. All right, all. I want that has been platform with me. Thank you very much, my brother. That is the meaning. All right, Ijoma, thank you so much. I want to thank you especially for everyone that has been part of this live video. I want to say a very big thank you. You guys have done wonderfully well. Actually, I wanted to have a video, but then I said I was looking for a better way to see how to help people. I think having this live video will give people opportunity to also comment, to also share their mind and what has been bothering them, and I'll respond to them immediately. That was why I decided to do this live. This is actually the first time I'm coming live here, and by the special having it occasionally. I don't know when you guys may want us to be having this kind of thing. If it's okay, if it's not okay, I can just concentrate on doing videos alone. But if you enjoy the live, please comment that you enjoy the live and let me know how often you may want us to be doing a live video coming on live. Is it maybe I don't think weekly would be okay, but if you say weekly, I may try to adjust monthly, or maybe by 2 weeks one live or thereabout. Just let me know on the comment section. Then thank you so much for joining me this time around. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe. And if you've not joined or you did not join my WhatsApp group, look on the video. You will see the WhatsApp link there. Click on the link to join. I have admins on that particular WhatsApp group. They will ask you some certain question, and if you respond positively, you'll be given approval to be part of the WhatsApp group. And there we live like one family. We share informations. We help each other to answer whatever question that is bothering you as it relates to the struggle to travel abroad. So whatever thing you need, you think is bothering you. Initially, I've been reviewing CV, but I think I'm putting a stop to it because of time and things that are bothering on my head now. So I won't be reviewing CV much again. Sorry, so sorry. This is coming to the family. It has not really been easy. I was doing it then free of charge. I do it every now and then. My intention is to help. I have in mind to help whoever that I can help. If we all can achieve our dream, I'm thinking our dreams that are positive, I think the world will become a better place for all of us. And the only good thing one can ever do is to try and put smiles on the faces of others. Try and leave them when they are down, and try as much as you can to give that helping hand in whichever way, in whichever time you can give it to people, and God will continue to bless us. Thank you so much for being part of the show. I still remain myself, Okbara Chidozie Kingsley, and people call me Mr. Kings. So you can as well do that. Thank you so much, and God bless you. See you guys in our next episode. God bless you so much. Bye.